let's go, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Yo, what's up? Name is JetLeo1 and welcome back to more Custom Robo. As last episode, we got into probably one of the longest text dumps in gaming. Like, this is Metal Gear Solid 4 level stuff. We're learning the truth of everything, and we just got to the first save point, so it's time to continue on. Rahu possessed no form of its own. It was more like a spirit than a living creature. What, no form? That doesn't make any sense. We saw it. It looked like a custom Robo. I'll explain that later, after the second save point. Let me continue, though. Originally, Rahu was invisible, formless, but still physical, still capable of inflicting damage. We couldn't see it, but it was a real creature, and it evolved rapidly. It's the thing. Hold up. Evolved. Not in the traditional sense, but yes, that's correct. Rahu has two fundamental behaviors. The first is to acquire new targets, in this case, us. Once it identifies its prey, Rahu destroys it swiftly and utterly. It appropriates any useful abilities its victim possessed, anything it has not encountered before. Then, like a chrysalis, it goes dormant, awakens with new skills, and continues its hunt. Metamorphosis. I guess it really is evolving. So what you're saying is that it targets a creature with abilities it doesn't have and steals them. It's a Ditto! And Mega Man! It's a bunch of game characters now that I think about it. Because like loads of games have beat the boss, gain an ability. Like it's freaking Samus Aran, it's Snake, it's Mario, it's the guy from Xenoblade, it's Shulk. Because I think if you beat the boss, I know you gain like a new action skill or something. I haven't gotten that far in Xenoblade, sorry. Then it turns into a pupa, rests for a bit, and changes into an even scarier monster? Yeah, that's just about the size of it. How would you know? I mean, he's the one giving us all this information. You didn't know any of it, but anyways. That's just a secondary behavior, though. Its primary function is to annihilate every living thing. So it's invisible, it can learn to do everything we can do, and all it wants is to kill, everything? Right. So what can we do? I mean, other than just roll over and die. You can do a barrel roll and then die. How did they stop it hundreds of years ago when it was running crazy? Running riot. Okay, I don't think it's right to reference kill streaks when talking about mass genocide. That's not funny. Custom Robos. It was because of Custom Robos that they were able to defeat Rahu. Custom Robos? Yes, back then Custom Robos were nothing but children's toys, like robotic action figures. Flashback! It may sound strange, but even now there is much we do not know about Custom Robos. You don't know what weapons you're using? That's a little worrying. Rahu's destructive rampage was at its peak and we were all but extinct, when suddenly Rahu targeted a young children's Robo toy. Then something inexplicable happened. Rahu merged with the Robo, melded itself with the Robo. The ghost entered the shell. That's weird, why'd it do that? I'm not sure. Some people think there's a connection between Rahu and the custom Robo. It almost sounds like Rahu did a dive into that custom Robo and, I don't know, got stuck or something. And that's why Rahu looks the way it does now. That's why we can even see it in the first place. Interesting, it's physics. Mr. Tally would be impressed. That's correct. Now that our enemy was visible, we had a chance to fight back, and we seized it. The government remodeled the custom Robos as weapons to battle Rahu's new Robo form. Finally, after many grueling battles, we defeated Rahu. Actually, let me correct myself. We didn't defeat it, but we were able to trigger its dormant cycle. The dormant Rahu had no new information to assimilate, and so it didn't evolve, and it didn't awaken. We couldn't destroy Rahu, though. Instead, we bought ourselves some time. We needed to learn how to build a rocket so we could put it on the rocket, fire it into the sun. Because that works every time. Unless it already ate the sun, then that wouldn't work. But it doesn't mention eating the sun. And well, I was about to say, they still have light, but that's because they have electricity in the dome. Anyways. So that's the rest of the story. We didn't know, but wait. Don't you think it's a little funny? No, this is not funny. Do you see a Comedy Central logo in the corner? I don't, and I can't edit one in to be funny. Because I have Windows Movie Maker, not Sony Vegas, and Windows Movie Maker does not have picture overlays. Rahu was capable of destroying the entire world, and we stopped it with a child's toy? Okay, first things first. People have saved the world multiple times over by playing a children's card game. Sometimes on motorcycles. Card games on motorcycles. Yes, I know you know what I'm talking about. So it's not that weird that beating them with little robotic cubes with guns would be possible. I know what you're thinking. Rahu couldn't be simply stopped with the custom robos. There was something else, a device designed to stop Rahu by targeting his robo systems. Okay, so it's not a rocket into the sun. A device? Sergey, why should we trust you? You're a member of the Z Syndicate now, and a traitor. Even if you're telling the truth, why does it matter? What's your point? You're right, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. We're all going to die, unless you shut up and let me finish. Okay, sorry, I had to hijack the character there. Let me ask you, Roy. When did you first find out about Rahu's attack? But why are you suddenly... I first learned the truth when I became a Class S commander. How about you, Captain Mira? It was the same. I didn't know a thing until I was promoted. Don't you think that's odd? What? This is the single most significant and traumatic event in human history, and no one knows? It's classified knowledge. The government dictates who should and should not know. Communism! Oh wait, is that... that's probably communism. Because I know they use a lot of propaganda and a lot of censorship. Like the fact that I don't think you can go to YouTube from China. I don't know. I don't know anything. There's probably a Chinese person watching this video now. It's like, obviously you're wrong. I'm watching this video now from China. Oh, whatever. Enough about me trying to act smart. But how could they stop the survivors from passing on those stories to their children? Did the people respect the word of the government? They knew it was confidential. I'm sorry. Do you actually believe that the government has the power to silence such a terrible thing? Can you think of any other reason why no one ever talked about this horrific event? It does seem difficult to imagine. So many years have passed and nobody knew the full scope of it. Even becoming a Class S commander didn't explain everything. The reasons this is such a well-kept secret is not because the survivors chose to keep it secret. It is because their memories were wiped clean. It is a secret because no one was allowed to remember. What? Oh, for crying out! Look, this is all starting to get real confusing here. What you're saying is that everyone, and I mean everyone, forgot about Rahu entirely? How much you want to bet within the next 3 things it's going to pop up with a save? Okay, 1, that's correct. 2, that's impossible. What could possibly make everyone just forget about this all at once? Oh, nothing could make that happen, naturally. 3, oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. Okay. Enough catchphrase hijacking. Let's get on with it. Are you saying someone devised a way to erase every living human's memory entirely? Yes. The engineers of this foolish plan wanted to erase everyone's memories and implant false ones. Our government carried this out hundreds of years ago, once the dome was completed. Well, what? The government found a way to make everyone forget about Rahu? Did you miss his part where he was sitting here talking about the mind erasure? Yes. The world exists entirely within this dome. Outside the dome, there is nothing. We are all raised thinking that this dome is our true home, where we will live and die. That is the great lie. The memory implant told us all that this dome contained mankind's entire world. But why? Rahu will awaken. It is inevitable. Could you live a normal life knowing Rahu would return? But never knowing when, I see. It was given to give us a sense of security, even if just a lie. But how is that possible? What could possibly erase everyone's memories like that? MacGuffin explanation in 3, 2, 1, go? Oh, never mind. I don't know, but they did it. They made a device that could erase everyone's memory. I can't believe it. I'm sure we would have heard something like that. Captain Mira, I've already told you. There are some things not even Class S commanders have been told. You must be Class SSS. JK, that doesn't exist. How do we know you didn't make the whole story up? I suppose you have no evidence except that one of these devices still exists to this very day. Okay, MacGuffin explanation in 3, 2, 1, go. Really? Where is it? I got it! Harry, you do? It's at the lab, the Custom Robo Research Lab. That's why the Z Syndicate was there. No, you missed. I already know this got a beat in the game. You're right, you're the man, Harry. Ha 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 ha. No, it's not at the lab. Shut down! Killjoy! I thought so. Harry's not that smart. There's no way he could have figured it out before me. Even though I'm so totally an analog of Watson and somebody else is going to be Sherlock. I like how he like spazzes out with his happy face and then he goes into the little glum face there. So entertaining. Hang head in shame. So, where is it? Okay, now I've got it. MacGuffin explanation in 3, 2, 1. Jet. Yes? Your father's watch. That's the device. It can erase people's memories. You've had it all along. Gasp! Shockers! I don't know. I'm pretty sure you probably saw that coming. He's like, magic watch at the beginning of the game. Geez, I wonder what this could be for. And then he's talking about a magic device that we need to solve a problem. Let's see. Magic device at the beginning of game. Magic device needed at end of game. And Chekhov's gun and law of conservation of detail says that everything introduced must be important. Thus, we saw this coming. What? Jet's watch. That's why Z Syndicate's leader said something about defeating Rahu with Jet's watch. I see. The device that was used to defeat Rahu was one that could defeat or erase people's memories. Defeat people's memories. That's like really stupid. I'm sorry. Yes, hundreds of years ago, that very device helped us defeat Rahu. Sergey, why does Jet have it? Why did something like that wind up with him? What was Jet's father like? He was a distinguished scientist, one of the highest-ranking officials in the government. That is why he was told the truth. We all live with false memories implanted by the government. When he learned that people had been deprived of the truth for so long, he began to have doubts. He questioned the ethics of the plan, and he knew that Rahu would rise once again. Marcia, my leader told me where your power came from. It is a result of the erasure, a side effect. Right now, every aspect of the brain's development is controlled. The side effect was unexpected. Translation, you're a freak, sis! That's really rude. I apologize. I actually like Marcia's character. She's really cool, even though she's got those weird, nearly Toho, like the sleeves where they aren't connected to the shirt. Nobody realized the dramatic change in the environment and the memory blocks and implants would generate this effect. No one could explain what exactly created Marcia's power. Marcia, your power is born from the tragedy humans suffered hundreds of years ago. What? Save point, finally! I was getting a little tired of talking. I need to take a sip of Dr. Pepper. My Dr. Pepper is not even open. Data has been saved. So yeah, we've got a line to get next time. So this has been Gently One, and I shall see you next time as we get back on the subject.